Hi guys, how are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. For those of you who are new, my name is Eva. And for those of you who are coming back, as always, thank you so much for coming back. Welcome to another MLM shit show. I don't know why I always do this with my harms. Harms, I said. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that apparently I don't know the difference between hand and arm. I mean, I do know this is a hand, this is an arm. But whenever I need to say any one of the two, I'm gonna say the wrong one. So it's just something I do. But yeah, today we are going to go through a ZYIA training, and you know I like to cover my ZYIA. If you don't know, go to my ZYIA playlist, catch up with all the drama that's been happening. I don't have a lot of time left. My boyfriend went to play a match, but it's lashing outside. It's been cancelled. He's on his way back, so I'm trying to record this video within the half an hour space that I have until he comes back. So yeah, take a look at the graph. If you've been watching my content for a while, please click that like and subscribe button. It would really help me out if you would join our little anti-mlm community here. And yeah, I'm just gonna put a little disclaimer in here and let's get into the video. Also, guys, I mean, how cute is this shirt? I really like it. I love butterfly. I love butterfly. I love butterflies. Butterflies. I can't say butterflies apparently. But anyway, let's just get into this juicy training.
That is an area where people do tend to set a lot of goals. And there's success around that, right? And you can even think about this as like, I want to get out of debt, or I want to, pay for a trip to Hawaii with my family, or I want to, make sure I see my family twice a year that lives out of state. Okay, this could be any kind of goal. So let's say your goal is to make a certain dollar amount. So let's say it's $1,000 in sales a month that you're going to need to hit to make $280 in commissions from ZYIA. So what is that going to look like? So why do you want to make the $280? I really want to be able to pay for my son's baseball, this or that, right? Okay, so that's my why. How am I going to make that happen? So this is where we have to think, how am I going to make 1,000 in sales happen monthly? Well, there's a few different ways. Through your launch party, through booking more parties, through drop-off bags. Maybe you need to do an in-home event. Maybe you need to do, more reach outs. Maybe you need to message 15 people a day. Maybe you need to do your follow-up and follow up with the people who have purchased from you. Okay. So that's kind of the, how are you going to make it happen? Is it through parties? Is it through customers, just one-on-one customer sales here or there? Is it through events, at a gym or health shops? How are you going to make that happen? Okay, then it comes into the what. What does that look like on a daily basis? So if it's having a party, what goes into having an online party? What goes into having your home party? So you're going to have to break that down and decide, do I want to do an in-home party? Do I want to do an online party? Do I want to do drop-off bags? Or do I just want to try to get sales from friends and family here and there, the onesies and the twosies? Okay. So when you start to break down your goal, it can make it that much more achievable because you can see what you're going to have to do daily to make it happen. And if the why is not strong enough, it won't push the how and the what.
Starting off strong there, again, we know that they like to use what is your why? Is it your kids? Do you want to afford this or that? Just making a bunch of claims, and ZYIA hasn't put out an income disclosure statement yet, but I live for the day when they put one out to public because I'm really curious how many people are earning like $0 to, I don't know, $200 per year. A little bit of an income claims there, a little bit of reminder. Oh, do you want to afford this for your kids or that for your kids? And it's just, oh my God. Let's just keep going.
In and run, make things happen, start messaging, start doing the things. Okay. All right, a couple other things I do want to talk about really quickly. Let me find my notes. Okay, so let's say that you have done your launch party and it did, let's say 600 in sales, and you're like, yes, and it's almost the end of the month, right? So it's almost the end of January. What should be your next goal? Your next goal should be to get over $1,000. Why? Because then you get an extra 8% on your commissions and on all of the retail purchases. Okay. So that should be your next goal, is to really try to get over $1,000 in sales. How are you going to get over $1,000 in sales? Magically? No, right? Okay. You need to try to book more parties. Okay. Or really be good at that follow-up, finding new customers, finding people who want to try the brand. Okay. So what you need to do is, how can you book more parties? What can you do to get those people interested in having a party with you? Ask, right? Ask if they'll be willing or interested in having a party. Now, what are some ways that you can overcome that if they're not interested? Oh my gosh, that's okay. I appreciate you so much. I'm so excited for you to just be a part of my VIP group. Would you be interested in your own shopping link? When you shop through the link, you earn the hostess rewards without having to have a party. Okay. And if they're like, no, I'm really not interested in that, thank them again and let them just stay in your VIP group. Okay. Now, you might have to do a lot of asking. There are some ideas I know that we're throwing around as leaders to help you guys to find ways to have parties, to get people more interested, to try the brand, to open up their friends and family, to check ZYIA out. But for the time being, you need to make sure that you are asking people if they want to have a party. I know COVID, wherever you're at, might have varying regulations around whatever state or country you're in. But if you can do an in-home event, do it, or do a drop-off bag. Okay. I love drop-off bags. It is such a fun, simple way to share the brand with people without having to have an in-home party. Okay. So, your first full 30 days, I really want you to aim to sell that $1,000 PV and sponsor 1 to 3 teammates. Okay. So how can you find those new teammates? So let's talk about that really quick. I don't want this to take too long. So I think that's what I want. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So how do you find teammates? One, you ask people if they would be interested in joining ZYIA, especially if they've tried the brand and they're like obsessed with it after your launch party, or maybe you're just getting going and you know that your best friend is looking for something to do because all of her kids are now in school and she's like considering going and getting a part-time job, that kind of thing. Those would be the people that you would want to share ZYIA with, right? But really, parties are the way to do it. Okay. So obviously team building is one of the best ways to grow and to have that income opportunity that's here with ZYIA.
I love this. This is a lot of stuff that annoys me. Like, first of all, she said, you're going to hear a lot of no's. You're going to have to reach out to a lot of people. If they say no, try asking them again. Try to rechange the question, the whatever. No means no. If someone says no, just leave them alone. Like, stop forcing it. And then they're acting all defeated or like offended if people are ignoring them and ghosting. Of course, people are going to ghost you because you just don't know how to accept no for an answer. And again, here she said team building, which means recruitment, is where you get your best chance of income earning. And what is that? That's a definition of a pyramid scheme. But let's keep going.
The key to sponsoring is not saying join my team, right? We want to make sure they know they're joining ZYIA. Why would ZYIA be such a good fit for them? If you can really touch on that and really share why being a rep would be such a good opportunity for them, you will see things change with your sponsoring. If it's all about you focused, it is harder to get people to want to jump in because they're like, well, it feels like this is for her, not necessarily for me, right? So a lot of times what I hear from people is they say that they can't sponsor or recruit. That is a total mindset. You really have to change that. If you can sell a pair of light and tights, you can sell being a rep in the same way, right? So when we're selling a pair of light and tights, we are talking about all the benefits of why that person would want to buy a pair of light and tights. It's no different with becoming a rep. Why would she want to be a rep? Why would it be something that she would want in her life? Okay. Let's see here. Okay. And you are the one that's going to have to kind of figure that out, right? So sometimes I've been talking to people and they need tax benefits and they need more tax write-offs. I'm like, you should be a ZYIA rep. That would be awesome. You could have so many great ways to have more tax benefits because this is a home-based business, right? Or maybe she's wanting something to fill her time. She's just retired, or her kids are all in school, or she's just needing an outlet as she's raising a family, or she's looking for something to do that works hand in hand with what she's doing for her day job. Okay. There's so many different reasons as to why ZYIA would be a good fit for them. Okay. So let's talk about a couple things that we tend to do. So I got these from Get Over Your Damn Self, which is an excellent book. I can't even remember the lady's name right off the top of my head, but it's Get Over Your Damn Self. Okay. So don't be attached to the outcome of any one conversation. Okay. If she tells you she wants to join and then she doesn't end up joining, it's okay. Okay. Maybe she just needs to be a customer a little bit longer. Maybe she needs to have a party, maybe this or that, right? Don't be attached to that conversation. 2, don't be on the hunt. We are just sharing. We are sharing the opportunity. Let people kind of kick the tires of ZYIA and see if it would be a good opportunity for them. The third one is less info is more. Don't ZYIA vomit on people. Hey, you would be an awesome ZYIA rep. Have you ever thought about repping a brand? That's all you have to ask, right? You don't have to say the community and, oh my gosh, my life's been changed and we paid off my car or whatever, right? It's, hey, you would be awesome as a ZYIA rep. Have you ever considered it? Okay. Be authentic. Really try not to do a ton of copy paste type things. Make it authentic to the conversation. Make it authentic to you. Okay. The fifth one, and I love this one. I've known this for years and years and years. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So just say it, get it out there. If they are interested, they'll let you know. If they're not, they'll let you know, right? 6, if you find yourself convincing the person, stop. Okay. We should not be convincing people. They should want to join. The 7th one is listen, like really listen to people. Don't push your agenda on them or what you think or this or that. Really listen to what their wants and needs are. So always have another appointment out there that you guys can reconnect on. So maybe you're going to send her the video from the join section of our replicated website. Say, here, I'm going to have you watch this, or can you watch this video? I'll check back with you on Friday. Does that work for you? She'll say yes or no. You'll figure out a date and a time, and then you follow up with her again. If she's like, yes, I watched it, I listened to it, I have some more questions. Oh, awesome. When would work for us to jump on a phone call? Saturday, Sunday, she'll let you know, right? So you're always working from appointment to appointment. 9, don't count your chickens before they hatch, right? So somebody could tell you all day long they're going to join, but until they click that submit button, we can't count it, right? So just keep loving on them, keep sharing, be there for them. 10 is lead with the business, default with the products. So this one, I actually am not 100% behind. I feel like because ZYIA is such a unique, awesome product, you really can go either way. So maybe somebody does really want to try ZYIA and they don't want to commit to the starter kit right now. Let them try the product. And then if they still don't know if they want to join, have them do a party, have them get their feet wet, right? And then during the party, that's where you can also say, hey, you're having a ton of support from your friends and family. You should become a ZYIA rep. Okay, 11 is don't leave rambling voice messages or text. If it's taking you more than a couple sentences to share what you're trying to share with them, stop. See if you can condense it and make it more bite-sized for them, okay? 12 is lead with what's in it for them. What is in it for them, right? So if your friend, her kids are now all in school and she's looking to get a part-time job, oh my gosh, I know like you're totally thinking about going and working at the school or this or that, but have you ever thought about being a ZYIA rep? You wouldn't have to get a new wardrobe. You can, join with the starter kit. You can work from whenever you want. You can still be home. You don't have to get dressed and go to the school and deal with runny noses and all that stuff, right? So lead with what's in it for them, right? 13, super important. Always ask for referrals. So if they are like, no, I'm not interested, always ask for referrals. I could do a better job at this. Always see if there's someone that they know that might be interested in being a customer, being a hostess, being a rep, right? And then 14, she suggests don't end the convo without asking for them to be a customer. That kind of goes without saying, I feel like almost, but it's like, I just want them to be in my VIP group because maybe right now isn't the best time for them to purchase or be a hostess or be a rep, but they can always be a part of my VIP community. They can always be a part of what I have going on, right?
I forgot to say that this is one of their top representatives in ZYIA, actually. So her team is huge. And this is what she's teaching them on the trainings. She is teaching them to not accept no for an answer. If someone says no, don't write them off completely. Leave them for a bit. Offer them something else. Just don't accept no for an answer. That's so fucking weird.
I think that's all I want to share right now. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. So what are our next steps from today's live? If you've had your launch party, your goal should be before the end of January to try to get at least to 1,000 PV. And if you can bring on one new teammate, that would be awesome. Okay. So that's called the 1 by 1,000. If you can make that happen, that would be so incredible. Okay. Then how do you hit 1,000 PV? You need to book 4 to 6 more parties from your launch party to work and have the opportunity to get more sales through those parties to hit that 1,000 in PV, right? So really work to aim to fill your calendar the rest of January if possible, and February, and even into March. Get those parties on the books, right? And then once you have those parties, how are you going to run them? Okay. So think, what kind of parties do I want to even offer? How do I want this to, look and work? Do I want it to be through ScentShare? Do I want it to be in home? Do I want to do drop-off bags? How do I want my parties to look?
So ZYIA is apparently still doing the OG Avon thing, the drop-off bags. I haven't heard that happen in a really long time, like that MLM reps are actually going house to house, like door to door, and trying to give these gift bags to people in order to recruit them. And also just how much they are promoting these, hosting the parties and stuff. And this is just so weird to me. I would never invite a bunch of strangers into my home, even neighbors. I don't care. If I don't know those people, I don't want them in my home. I don't care if they're my neighbors. It's just so weird to me that they are really, really pushing these parties still with like social media and everything that you can do online today in a safer way. They're still pushing these home parties. I just think that's kind of outdated for ZYIA.
Touch on that too. You have to figure out where ZYIA is going to fit into your schedule. Magically, an hour is not going to appear. You are going to have to schedule this like an appointment. You're going to have to schedule the working time to be a ZYIA rep. Okay. It just doesn't magically happen. You have to make it a priority. Okay. So
for a side hustle and something that's going to give you an additional money, you have to make it a priority. Okay.
Been around the block for a while. Okay. Maybe you've been a rep for a year and you're still not to junior or senior rep. You need to figure out where you're having, I don't want to say disconnect, but there's something holding you back. There's something going on from you sharing this opportunity, from you finding new hostesses, from you sharing the brand. Okay. You might need to do some internal work around that, right? Part of it might be maybe you're not really doing a good job of follow-up. Maybe you're spending too much on having the perfect curated VIP group or parties. Okay. You might be spending too much time on things that don't have an ROI. That's return on income, right? So you have to decide what is holding you back, what can move you forward, where would your time be best spent? Maybe you've built a team of 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 women. Maybe you're not giving the team enough time and too much of your personal business. You are the only one who can really do like an audit of your business to see how can I move forward in 2022? What have I allowed to take precedence and not focused on enough? Maybe you're not spending enough time on your personal business and you haven't sponsored anybody in a while. And there's kind of a lull in your business and in your team. Okay. You're the only one who can decide that that's going to change. And you're the one who has to step forward to make that change happen. Okay. Maybe you haven't been going live in your VIP group. Go live in your VIP group. Maybe you feel like you've been posting too much. Maybe figure out what can you do at the minimum and still be happy and having a thriving business. Okay. So I want to make sure you guys understand and remember that this is a time freedom opportunity. Okay. The goal here is not to be glued to your phone and constantly this and that. Like, something I love is I can't find some of my previous mentors and leaders on social media. Do you want to know why? Because they have time freedom. They have spent their time doing this and that. They have worked themselves out of a job, right? Our goal here is to be able to have a life. Okay. So that's where it's like, what is the most important part of a party? Is it constantly posting or is it in the relationship building? Is it having a perfect this or that, like a feed, or having the best VIP group? I don't want to be owned by social media. I want to post and share when I want to. And I'm going to enjoy my life because that is what this business is meant to do for us. And I feel like there's been a swap in the last few years that because we can find people, because there is opportunities through these free platforms of Facebook and Instagram, that we have to be posting all the time and we have to be doing reels every day and we have to share 4 times a day. I'm sorry, that's not the kind of opportunity I'm trying to share with people. I want people to know that they're going to have more time. They're going to be able to step away. They're going to be able to put their phone down and have a life and go and do the things that they want to do. Not, oh, I have to do a reel today, or I have to do 10 reels, or I have to do, 4 posts today, or I have to go on my stories today, or my business, this or that. These should be sustainable, right? Whether or not you're showing up on social media, you should still have a business despite that, right? So you need to make sure, do you have ways to contact your customers outside of these platforms? Maybe it's email. Maybe it's a text thread that you're communicating with your customer base and your teammates, or, that kind of thing. Think about how are these businesses viable 20 years ago? Now, obviously social media has helped us a lot, but it's also almost handcuffed us to it. So what can you do to still have a thriving business and team to where you're not owned by Instagram and Facebook, right? Because these businesses used to work just fine without them. So how can you make that work and have that time freedom? And you're the only one that can answer that, right? I can't answer that for you. I can answer it for myself. I can set my rules and my limits and my, my boundaries, but you're going to have to set those as well. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. I'm so excited.
So here she is just selling these people the time freedom spiel. And earlier, literally a few minutes before she said all this, she said that you have to make this business a priority. So if you're making this business a priority, how do you have any time freedom? Because you have to be on social media in order to get this business to work for you. Also, I've never heard of any of the top 1% people not having a social media account because they work themselves out of a job. You have to be on social media. It doesn't matter if you're in top 1%, you still have to be active on social media because people come and go. And if people keep leaving and leaving and leaving your team, you are losing your income. You're losing money based on these people leaving. So this is the hamster wheel of recruitment, as Deanna likes to say. You just have to keep recruiting. So you are never, even if you're in top 1% of earners, you're never gonna have that time freedom where you can leave social media and you can do whatever you want. No, because you still have to make sure that your team is recruiting and that you're getting more and more people to your team daily. Otherwise, you're gonna lose all that income. You're not gonna have anything to earn money off anymore, especially if you left your job. But anyway, I think it's a lot of BS. I do have to wrap this video up here. I'm so sorry about that. Sorry, it's a bit rushed, but he's on his way. He's almost back now. I would love to hear your opinion. I would love to hear, what do you think is the biggest BS that she said in this training? Let me know down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please click that like and subscribe button. Join our little community here. Thank you to all of you nice people who are supporting me. I really appreciate you guys. If you're not coming from my social media, feel free to check me out. I'm gonna link my Instagram down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.